Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel. Out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
What's going on, everybody? Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very, very fantastic day. My name is Jason Joseph, and this, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. We're in the bottom of the first out in St. Louis. And on the bump, pitching is Wicks for the Chicago Cubs. Jordan Wicks on the bump this season. It's going to be a bullpen game for the Chicago Cubs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This is Ivan Herrera, who smacks a single out over towards right center, and that'll get down for a base hit. And so that's going to put runners over at the corners. And there's still nobody out in the bottom of the first inning. Excellent swing there by Herrera. Weatherholt got on, and now he stops over at third in the bottom of the first for the St. Louis Cardinals. Hopefully this won't be another game we see thrown away by the Cubs. Oh boy. Charge! Not good already for the Chicago Cubs. Nope. Jordan Walker is now going to come on up to the plate. This guy has been really hitting the ball very well for the St. Louis Cardinals. He's been having himself a terrific season. He's now 24 years old. 15 homers and 42 RBIs as well. Leads the team in both categories. Next pitch, and that's taken for a ball. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Also has 61 hits. That also leads the team. And 11 doubles, which is third on the Cardinals. 1-0 pitch, line drive, base hit out to right field. 1 run's going to score, and just like that, the St. Louis Cardinals have the lead. That's 3 singles to start off the bottom of the first. The Cubs had a chance to try to get on the board early, and they were not able to capitalize, but St. Louis does. We have a timeout taken on the bump. Velasquez is up to bat. Boy, oh boy. We got Sunday Night Baseball, baby. Yep, we were a little bit late. Apologize about that. Obviously, we did a little recap of the Dodgers-Phillies game. I didn't even spend a lot of time talking about it. I was just like, all right, let's just move on to the next one. There wasn't really much to talk about anyways. It was all just bad stuff for the Phillies. 1-0 Cardinals as we're in the bottom of the first. Plus, we could also talk a little bit more about it as we do this. Tom, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you on here. Here's Velasquez, and he's going to foul off the first pitch. This guy is Nelson Velasquez, 27 years old. So far as 1 homer on the season. He went 2 for 3 on Friday against Chicago and ended up hitting himself a 3-run home run. No balls, 1 strike. Bottom of the first. 1-0 St. Louis. 0-1 pitch. That'll be in there for a called strike. Matthew Liberatore is on the bump for the Cardinals. Talk a little bit about him in just a couple of minutes or so. Shay is here. What's up, Shay? Good to see you on here, my friend. Very, very good to see you. I got Cardinals. What do you think? Dude, good luck. I think it's going to be a very, very good game. I really do. I'm really intrigued about this. The ball's 2 strikes. And here's the 0-2. That'll bounce in the dirt for a ball. We'll wait for it to catch up a little bit. And we will resume. Let me know if you guys like the 3D. The series itself is tied at 1 apiece. The Cardinals took game 1 by a final score of 6-5. The Cardinals were able to lose. Actually, yeah, the Cubs won the second game, and they took it by a final score of 6-1. Horner had himself an RBI single yesterday. Ian Happ also was able to have himself a pretty productive day. He went 2 for 5. The pitch is down for ball 2. Ben Brown got the win yesterday. He went 7 innings. Former Philly Ben Brown, that is. 6 strikeouts and 1 earned run. The 2-2 pitch on the way to Velasquez, and he's going to chop it foul towards the left side. The Cubs defense for tonight. Carson Kelly's the catcher. Wicks is on the bump. And then over at first base is Michael Busch. At second, it's going to be Nico Horner. And at third, it's Alex Bregman. The shortstop is Dansby Swanson, of course. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Still nobody out. And the next pitch is fouled away. In the outfield, Pete Crow Armstrong is in center. And to his left, it's Ian Happ. And in right, it's Seiya Suzuki. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Velasquez. 2 runners on. And the pitch on the way, grounded over to shortstop. The throw to second, there's 1, and the throw to first. That is not in time. Velasquez beats out the throw. And so that's going to go down as a 6-4 fielder's choice. Heading over to third base is Herrera. So there's 1 out. Excuse me. All right, who you guys got? Who y'all got the money line for? I'll hang with you guys. Hopefully the Cubs win tonight and get ready for an off day tomorrow because they face the A's. Yep. Good to see you on here, Jeff. I remember you said you were going to come on by. I appreciate you, man. The pitch is taken for a ball. Al Burleson, who's 2 for 8 in this series, is up to bat. Red batting gloves. 55 games, 36 runs batted on in. The 1-0. That's high for ball 2. I got -3.5. Cubs are terrible, says Otis. What's up, Otis? How you doing, my friend? Folks, if you like what you hear, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. Phillies love. What's up, JJ? Jose over on Twitch. What's going on, my friend? Shout out to you. 2-0 pitch on the way. That's going to be tapped foul towards the first base side. The Cardinals have a 1-0 lead. In the top of the first, the Cubs had Happ strike out. Suzuki popped out. And Bregman also struck out to end the inning. But first of all was Nico Horner and Pete Crow Armstrong, who had back-to-back singles. 2-1 pitch. Ground ball hit over towards third, and the throw over to first is in plenty of time, but the run does score. That's Herrera. The ball was really hit back up the middle, and Bregman had to go charge for that baseball. Nonetheless, though, the Cardinals end up taking a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the first inning. Can we get to 30 likes? Let's go, baby. Let's go. Be patient. It's a long season. It's a long way before October. You're right. You're absolutely right. Here comes Wynn to the plate. And the first pitch is taken for ball 1. 2-0 Cardinals. The 1-0 pitch, and that's taken down for ball 2. If you're rooting for the Cardinals, drop a 1 in the chat. Let's go. Let's go, baby. If you're rooting for the Cubs, drop a 2 in the chat. Let's go. Snoop Dogg also with a follow over on Twitch. I really, really appreciate that, man. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 pitch. And that ball is popped foul and out of play. So it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the 2-1 pitch coming on up. Here we go. And the next pitch is taken outside, on the outside corner, for a called strike, to my surprise. So it's 2-2. That pitch looked like it was outside. The umpires for tonight will get you those names right now. It'll be Quinn Wolcott, who's behind the plate. Ramon DeJesus is over at first, and Paul Clemens is at second, and Edwin Jimenez is over at third. 2-2 pitch. That's inside for ball 3. It's a Mason win. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 3-2 pitch on the way. Strike 3 called. Got him looking on a changeup right down the pike. And the inning is done. We are going to go to the top of the second. However, 2 runs are scored in this inning. They're manufactured from Jordan Walker on an RBI single, and also Al Burleson, who ended up getting on with the infield single. But yes, I don't know why they said Burleson popped out over the third. I didn't really see that as a pop out, but regardless, it's a 2-0 ball game. Thank you so much for the play-by-play. I got fantasy players on both teams. Go Cubs. I got Bregman. Let's go. Folks, if you are new to my channel, my name is Jason Joseph, and this, of course, is play-by-play with JJ. We go on for Phillies baseball, we do Sixers basketball, and we do Eagles football. Let me change my background for a second because we just did a Phillies game, so let me change that really quickly. We had to really move on a little bit quickly. We didn't really have a lot of time, but we also love to do Major League Baseball games. This is our 31st non-Phillies game that we've done this season. We did 23 World Baseball Classic games. We are just diehard baseball fans. We really are. We say that we're Phillies fans, and obviously we are. We are Phillies fans. We are Phillies first for sure, but we are just big baseball fans. And if you love baseball like me, if you like my style, if you like this sort of classic, traditional style, along with the sprinkling in the interaction with the comments, then you should definitely subscribe. You really should. So it's really awesome. Oh boy, what app is this, or what are you streaming? Says Aimbot. What's going on, Aimbot? Brandon, how you doing? I really appreciate it. Yeah, so this is from MLB. This is from MLB Game Day. This is the 3D version of MLB Game Day, and it is really awesome. It is so cool. BW is here in the chat. What's going on, Orioles Birdwatcher? Good morning. What's going on, my friend? How you doing? It's really not morning, folks, but yes. You've been keeping up with Humble Zay. What's Humble Zay? Humble Zay. I don't know who Humble Zay is. The only Zay that I know is Zay Flowers. Top of the second, the pitch. That's a foul ball. Commentator from Live Game would be really cool, too. Yeah, well, we should definitely talk to MLB about that. That'd be so awesome. The ball's 1 strike. We're in the top of the second. This is Carson Kelly who is in the box versus Matthew Liberator. And the 0-1 pitch is a beautiful, wicked curveball that's in there for strike 2. Look at that. Those two adjectives going together. Wicked and beautiful. No balls, 2 strikes. Thank you so much for tuning on in over on the Twitch side of things. The 0-2. Here it comes. And that's going to be chopped foul towards the left side. BW's been up since 8 a.m. Yeah? That guy's another hard worker, too. He really is. He's a grinder. Loves his Baltimore Orioles. If you guys love the Baltimore Orioles, please go check out my friend. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch, and that's up high for a ball. The last thing I will say, then of course we'll get back to our program, is we do this thing called MLB Diamond Zone chat. And Diamond Zone is basically like NFL Red Zone, but it's for baseball. And we use the 3D for that. It is so awesome. And we also do live commentary as well. I can be calling 5 different games at once, but it is like really, if you love baseball like me, and if you just, you know the players, you know the pitchers, it's so easy to follow along. And nobody else on YouTube does something like that. And it is just a very unique thing that we do as a part of this niche. The pitch is going to be flied out over towards the right side, and that's going to be caught out in right field by Jordan Walker for out number 1. And Michael Busch is going to come on up to the plate. I'm going to make sure that I drop our latest episode of Diamond Zone over on the YouTube side. I don't have it over on the Twitch side. I apologize. That might be something that I probably should actually work on. The pitch. That's going to be taken for a strike. Actually, wait, it did work on the Twitch side. Let's go. Oh, I love that. Nice, nice, nice. Let me know if you got it on the Twitch side. Cubs are going to challenge. It looked like it was a strike, and the call was confirmed. Busch thought that maybe that was a ball. 2-0 St. Louis. And here's the 1-1. That's going to be tapped foul towards the right side. Nice. Good stuff. Dude, fantasy sports are great. I didn't do fantasy baseball, though, this year. Who's on your fantasy teams? I'd like to hear down below. I really, really would. This week, 5K, man. We got to get BW to 5,000 subscribers. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And here's the 1-2. That's taken down for ball 2. I will make sure that I drop his link in just a few moments. The 2-2 pitch, here it comes. Swing and a miss. And that's a big-time strikeout for Matthew Liberatore. He now has 3 Ks on the evening. So Busch is retired. The Cardinals' defense will look like this. It'll be Pedro Pajes who's catching. And then over at first, you got Al Burleson. At second, it's J.J. Weatherholt. At third, you got Thomas Sajasi. And then at short, it's going to be Mason Wynn. In the outfield, from left to right, it'll be Nelson Velasquez, who is out in left field. In center, it's Jose Furman. And then the right fielder is Jordan Walker. A 1 pitch. That's going to be a foul ball. Jose Furman. They have him as a left fielder. Interesting. The ball's 2 strikes. Alcantara is up to bat. And the pitch is taken down for a ball. Kelvin Alcantara, 23 years old, has not gotten a hit so far this season. He's 0 for 3. 1-2 pitch on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards straightaway center. And the catch is going to be made for out number 3. No Victor Scott today, by the way, for the St. Louis Cardinals. Actually, let me double check. I believe... I'm not going to say anything. Let me just double check really quickly. Victor Scott, is not playing today. Just hitting a $187. He's been really struggling for them. All right, so we're going to go to the bottom of the second inning. It's a 2-0 Cardinals lead. Okay, so yes, please make sure that you guys go subscribe to Orioles Birdwatcher too. He does everything that I do except he covers the Baltimore Orioles, and he does an awesome, awesome job. So anything Baltimore Orioles related, please go subscribe to my guy. He is 80 subscribers away, I believe less than 80 subscribers away from getting to the 5,000 marker. I really would like to get him over there. I really, really would. Almost 2 months before the NFL season starts. I can't wait to watch the action. And also the CFL starts on Thursday, too, says Jeff. Yep. We'll be covering the Eagles as well. No, Ray, just me. Yes, sir. What's up, Lou? How you doing? Cheers, everybody. Otis with a sub over on YouTube. Thank you so much, my friend. even if you don't like the Orioles, if you just like listening to, somebody that's really funny, somebody that also is just really good at calling games, yeah, definitely go check them out. 71 subs away. That is awesome. 71. All right, the crazy gambler is here. Come on, Michael Bush. Make a comeback. Got money on you, he says. Well, good luck to you. Oh, boy. Boy, oh, boy. Man, I couldn't do it, chat. I really couldn't. People are like, JJ, well, why don't you do it? First and foremost, if I did it, then my calls wouldn't be genuine. Second of all, it's just not me, But I wish you good luck, though. I do. 2-0 Cardinals as we go to the bottom of the second. But, dude, 71 subs away. That is awesome. The Tarp Boys are out there in St. Louis. Not really a surprise about that. The pitch. That is taken for a called strike. Baltimore's winning the Super Bowl this year, says Shay. I'm going to call it now. Oh, boy. One pitch on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards the left field corner. Slicing foul, and it'll be a souvenir. Tapping on in from Los Angeles. Cali, by the way. Good to see you on here, my friend. Were you on for our Phillies-Dodgers call? Is that how you came on here and found out about us? Let me know down below. 0-2. Here it comes. That is downstairs for ball one. One ball, two strikes. Bottom of the second. And the 1-2 pitch. Bouncing ball hit over to third. Bregman plays it on a hop and throws a strike over to first to get out number one in the bottom of the second. And the Tarp Boys are going crazy. They're just, golly, there's a lot of them just waving their shirts out in right center. Look at them all. There were over 40,000 people last night at Busch Stadium, and they've really come to support their St. Louis Cardinals. I was watching that one at the bar. Oh, dude, that's so awesome. That's so cool. I've always wanted to visit L.A. The pitch, and that's taken for a strike. And again, that looked like it was a little bit outside. Thomas Saggese is up to bat. The ball is one strike. And here's the 0-1. That's up high for a ball. Once we go to the top of the third, we'll make sure that we do some shout-outs. Just subbed and liked, bro. I really appreciate you, my friend. Shout out to all the new subs. One ball, one strike. And here's the pitch to Thomas Saggese. Swing and a miss. Thank you so much. All the subs. You guys deserve the chance. The MVP chance. One ball, two strikes. All right, shut up, soundboard. I'm working. One ball, two strikes. Bottom of the second. One out. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's a foul ball. That one goes on out of play. Dude, look at this. I mean, I never... the 3D always cracks me up. So look. There's a ghost that's holding the bat, and now Thomas Saggese is holding the bat. Is that really going on in real time? Absolutely it is. 1-2 pitch, and that is outside for ball two. JJ, let's do another quiz. Not right now, my friend. I'll do it a little bit later. I always say shut up to my good morning sound clip. 2-2 pitch. That's outside for ball three. Maybe that's Doug holding the bat. It's an invisible bat. Somebody should just take a picture of that. That thing always cracks me up. Sometimes you'll see the batter with no bat in the box. 3-2 pitch. And that is popped up out over towards the right side. The catch is going to be made by Nico Horner out in shallow right field. He called off Bush, and the catch was made for out number 2. Yeah, we'll do it in the 7th inning. Yep, for sure. Did you guys watch like this year's World Baseball Classic? The best I ever saw, says Jeff. I have to tell you, there's a reason why we covered as many games as we did. It was so much fun. I had such a blast. I loved the games. We got up for the 5 o'clock a.m. games out in Tokyo. It was a blast. Those plays by Manny Machado in foul territory. The O'Neal Cruz go-ahead 3-run home run on the pinch hit in his first at-bat. That was amazing. Andres Jimenez making leaping catches. Bryce Harper homering in the gold in the gold medal game. I mean, Ohtani hitting for, like a cycle almost in 3 innings. And Japan versus Korea. It was awesome. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one game where Ohtani had a leadoff homer, and then Acuna had a leadoff homer in the bottom of the first with Japan versus Venezuela. Oh, it was fun. I'm geeking out. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Shut up, JJ. You want an animation with Jim Abbott batting? I could ask the 3D guy if he could do that. 1-2 pitch. That's down for ball 2. There's a changeup that misses downstairs. 2-0 Cardinals. Bottom of the 2nd, 2 outs. Cardinals are half a game behind the Chicago Cubs in the NL Central standings. They're both behind the Milwaukee Brewers, though. The Brewers are 4.5 games above Chicago and 5 above St. Louis. 2-2 pitch. Foul ball. That goes on out of play. Pedro Pages is batting for St. Louis. Two balls, 2 strikes. Pages has a .622 OPS this season. And the 2-2, that's fouled off towards the right side. 2 runs on 3 hits for the St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals have actually lost 4 of their last 5 games. It is a picture-perfect night, though, out at Busch Stadium. 2-2 pitch, bouncing ball, chopped foul towards the left side. But no, the World Baseball Classic was so much fun. Two balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch on the way. This is popped up out over towards shallow right field. Horner gets called off by Suzuki. Suzuki says, I got it, and he'll make the catch. He had to stop on the dime after he took about 5 steps inward. And we are going to go to the top of the 3rd inning. I would like to know, where is everybody tuning on in from tonight? It is time to give people some shout-outs. Let us know where you're tapping on in from, and I will make sure that I shout you out, give you a fist pump, give you an elbow 5, a high 5, whatever you like. Let's go. Jose, over on Twitch, tuning on in from the Dominican Republic. You get a fist bump. That's 1 fist pump. I feel like I'm the Count from Sesame Street. Tom Fisher, tuning on in from somewhere east of Omaha, Nebraska, I assume. You get a fist pump. Yes, you do. Trevor from Orlando, Florida. You get a fist pump. What's going on, Trevor? Orioles birdwatcher. Tuning on in from the Gulf of friggin' Thailand. High 5, baby. Let's go. You get a high 5. Yes, sir. Billy tuning on on in from North Jersey. Hello, Billy. What's going on, man? You get a fist bump. The crazy gambler tuning on in from Los Angeles, California. A salute to you and a fist bump as well. Let's go. Gary Thomas tuning in from Webb City, Missouri, baby. Let's go. Nice. Dallas tuning in from the northwest side of Toronto, west of JJ. Hello, Dallas. Hope you're having yourself a fantastic day. You're gonna get a fist pump with the left hand, not the right. We're gonna change it up a little bit. What's going on? I'm from the state of Illinois, says Jeff. That's why I'm a Chicago Cubs fan. Gotta root for those Cubs. Let's go, Jeff. Ben tuning in from Ireland. Lou tuning on in from Northwest Philly. Fist pump to Ben and a fist pump to Lou as well. Let's go. Shout out to the chats. Yes, sir. Nice. 1 ball, no strikes. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. It's a 2-0 lead for the St. Louis Cardinals. Nice, nice, nice. Here is Dansby Swanson. Don't know if you've heard of him. Phillies fans obviously know of him, for sure. He faced the Phillies a lot when he was on the Atlanta Braves. Won a World Series with the Braves as well. The pitch is inside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch from Liberator, it's in there for a called strike. Let's go. Are you a Cardinals fan? I'm driving. Please answer, says Curry. I'm not a Cardinals fan personally, but I love baseball. I love baseball. This is our 4th Cardinals game that we've done this season. That does not include playing against the Phillies. 3 balls, 1 strike. Top of the 3rd. 2-0, St. Louis. Liberator is on the bump. 39 pitches so far. And here's the 3-1 delivery. That's up high for ball 4. And a leadoff walk to start off the top of the 3rd inning. There's Albert Pujols. They're showing his career stats as the 2nd most RBI as a Cardinal in the regular and the postseason. Most homers. George! Salute to King Albert, for sure. Top of the 3rd, here's Nico Horner, and he gets a high fastball that he fouls back over towards the screen. And it's no balls and 1 strike. And if you ever been to Busch Stadium, I need Busch to pick it up here. Busch in Busch. Ha! I just realized that. Busch is playing out in Busch Stadium. Out at Busch Stadium. It didn't really settle until I just realized that. The ball's 1 strike. And the pitch. And a curveball that is planted down the pike for strike 2. Really good pitch. No balls, 2 strikes to Nico Horner. Liberator with 42 pitches tosses it back over to first. And Swanson dives back in there safely. Double Busch. Need Busch to come through. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch. That's going to be whacked towards the first base side. The tag to first, there's 1. The throw to second, that's not in time. Alec Burleson did a good job getting towards that baseball. That was a bullet hit right over towards him. He played it on a hop, tagged the bag, had to spin and turn, and throw it back over to second. And the throw was a little bit high. Wynn did make a nice catch, but he had to react very, very quickly there. He did. Almost a collision, too, between Swanson and Wynn. 1 out to top of the 3rd. Here is PCA. He singled his first time up. The pitch. That is going to be swung on and fouled. Pete Crow Armstrong did homer in last night's game. He definitely needed that. 0-1 is the count. Top of the 3rd. 1 away. And the pitch to Pete. And it's dribbled foul towards the right side. Notice that this is now a little bit ahead. Let's see if we can do this. No balls and 2 strikes to PCA, as they call him. The 0-2 delivery to Pete Crow Armstrong. Line drive hit out over to left field. That'll be caught, though, by the left fielder for out number 2. Nice catch made over on the run by Velasquez. Hit it on the nose, just right at him. And 2 away in the top of the 3rd. How did we get here, JJ? Jordan Walker had himself an RBI single in the bottom of the 1st. Burleson popped out over to 3rd. And Herrera scored. And that's how it became a 2-0 game. It's really a pop-up that was hit over right behind the mound. Nobody could get there. It was really like a flare. I don't know why they call it a pop-up. When I think about a pop-up, I think that somebody gets way underneath the pitch, and it's just up there for a while. 0-1. That's in there for a called strike. It's a 4-seamer at the knees. Jeff, I saw the highlights for that game, and that was good. I saw all the highlights. The ball is 2 strikes, top of the 3rd, 2 outs, a runner at 2nd, and the 0-2 is upstairs. The worst thing is being a rookie pitcher or batter in the 2000s and facing the 2004 Red Sox, the 2008 Phillies, the 99 to 0-1 Yankees, the 2011 Cardinals, or the 2001 Diamondbacks. 1-2 pitch. There's a swing and a foul ball. Well, might as well just throw one in the 2016 Chicago Cubs, the 2010, 2012, and 2014 Giants, the 2009 Yankees, the 2013 Red Sox. We might as well just throw them all in there. But no, I understand what your point is. 1-2. That's a foul ball over towards the left side. But no, you're right. Tell you what, facing Miguel Cabrera in his prime, that was never a fun feeling. The 2001 Mariners, during the regular season, yeah. 1-2 pitch, grounded over towards 3rd, and the throw on over to 1st, and that's in plenty of time for out number 3. We're going to go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Bregman grounds out over to 3rd, and 2-0 Cardinals. Unless you were the Cleveland Indians, who came back from that one game. It was like a 14-2 game against the Seattle Mariners. The Mariners ended up winning that. I don't know if you guys remember that. Or sorry, no, the Indians ended up winning that game. That was a Sunday night baseball game. That was crazy. I believe that was the largest comeback victory ever in baseball. 14-2. And it was like going to the 7th inning. But Lou Piniella pulled all of his starters. Always loves this true. I think we can get over 2.5 strikeouts. Maybe. I don't know. They're singing Boo Cubs, Boo Boo Cubs, Boo Boo Cubs. Boo Boo. It's like Yogi Bear and Boo Boo. Hello, Boo Boo. Looking for a picnic basket. 2-0 St. Louis. Time to go to the bottom of the 3rd. J.J. Weatherholt is going to come on up. It'll be Weatherholt, Herrera, and Walker. All right, so Cardinals and Cubs fans. This is what I like to ask my chat all the time. The bug. The baseball bug. Okay? The Cardinals and the Cubs bug. When did it bite you? What were you doing, and what was like your earliest memory as a Cubs-Cardinals fan? Or just a baseball fan, period. My earliest Cubs memory, that's a very good question. My earliest Cubs memory is seeing Alfonso Soriano bat and hit a grand slam. That was like one of my early ones. No, I'm sorry, it wasn't a grand slam. It was like a 3-run home run that he hit. Alfonso Soriano on the Cubs. I never really got to like witness like the full Alfonso Soriano experience, but gosh, what a guy. The pitch, swing and a miss. As somebody that has been watching some of the Cardinals games, I really liked Ryan Ludwig. I thought that he was like one of the most underrated players. Him and Pujols as a 1-2 punch were just, they were good. The pitch, now it's 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 is the count. Bottom of the third. Weatherholt is in the box. And the pitch, ground ball hit over to second, backhanded by Horner, and he fumbles the baseball, and everybody's going to be safe. J.J. Weatherholt gets on with an infield single. On the backhand up the middle, he got it, and then he tried to get it into his bare hand, and he just fumbled the baseball. We've seen it plenty of times this year. Saw it yesterday when Adolis Garcia made that play out in center field. It was trying to back up Justin Crawford, and he fumbled it, and it's just too bad. It's been happening a lot this year. So an infield single to start off the bottom of the third. And that is going to do it for Jordan Wicks. Wicks is done, and we'll have a new pitcher in. Charge! All right, so let me make sure that I work on this lineup right now. But yeah, let me know your earliest Cubs memory. What got you into the Cubs? Same thing with the Cardinals. That's what I would like to hear down below. So we got Walker, we got Velazquez. I didn't have time to fill this out before. Burleson. Then we got Wynn. Furman. Sajisi. And Pajes. Or if you were a batter, the worst thing that's facing the 2011 Phillies, the 4 aces, dude, those pitchers were something. Those pitchers were really something. Horner is leading it off for the Cubs. And we got PCA, Bregman, Suzuki, Happ, Kelly, Bush, Alcantara. I feel like every time that I like write the lineups, I feel like I'm taking attendance. I've never taught before. But I feel like this is sort of like what taking attendance feels like. Just writing down the starting lineup for every team. J.J. Weatherholt, present. P. Crow Armstrong, here. Bottom of the third. I do keep score. Ivan Herrera is up at the plate. And he takes strike one at 93 on the inside corner. I think it would be best for all not to bring up Garcia. You just opened up a can of worms, my friend. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch, and that's in there for a strike. Speaking of Garcia, do you remember Freddie Garcia? Phillies pitcher Freddie Garcia? I think he was also with the Yankees. No balls, 2 strikes. This is Roberts who's pitching for the Cubs. And the 0-2 pitch, line drive off the glove of Swanson out to left field for a base hit. Happ plays it on the hop. The throw to second base is not in time. Weatherholt had to go back over to second. Almost went past the bag. And that's why Happ made the throw back over to second. And so we got runners over at first and second. Swanson was mad at himself. He thought that he should have been able to backhand that on the ground. and just was not able to get there. It actually took a hop, and he got the glove just a little bit over top of it. And so there's a single out to left field. And here comes Jordan Walker facing Roberts here. This is Ethan Roberts, who is pitching for the Chicago Cubs, 28 years old, a .6 ERA. And the pitch to Jordan Walker, who had an RBI his last time up, swings and fouls off the very first pitch. No balls, one strike. Roberts gets set, kicks, deals, swing and a miss. BW, you still here, by the way? Walker is on pace for 43 home runs. At the rate that he's going right now. That's funny. No balls, 2 strikes to Jordan Walker. 2-0 St. Louis. 0-2 is the count. 2 runners on. Nobody out. Roberts gets set. Delivers from the stretch in the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Walker waved at a sweeper that was about a foot off the plate. And Roberts gets a first strikeout of the day. So Walker is down swinging on strikes. Oh, boy. I was born into the Cubs and White Sox thing back in the 1970s. Is when didn't know what baseball team I loved. So what made you choose? What made you choose, Jeff? The pitch on the way. Line drive caught over at third. The throw back to second. It's not in time. Wow. JJ just got his hand back in there. That was an absolute rocket hit over to Alex Bregman's way. He caught it at the letters, tossed it back over to second, and Weatherholtz just dove back in there safely. Man, oh man. A line out over to third by Velazquez. And here comes Bertelsen to bat. 2 runners on, 2 outs, bottom of the third. Bertelsen in the box, and the pitch is down for a ball. Ladarius says, should I cash out? Oh, man, I don't know. I can't tell you what to do. 1 ball, no strikes. Didn't choose. I thought both were pretty good on their own. Really? So you've been a fan of both. 1 pitch. Grounded over towards the right side. That's a foul ball. You know what? I feel like that Chicago fans, and maybe, correct me if I'm wrong, they're not as strict about rooting for one or the other compared to the Yankees and the Mets and the Angels and the Dodgers. Is that true? Or is that false? 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 away, bottom of the third. The 1-1 pitch. That is taken down for ball 2. JJ, I was born in New York, and I like the Red Sox more than the Yankees, as Phillies love. So where would you rank your teams? Are Phillies number 1 right now for you? I want to hear what your rankings are. 2-1 pitch to Burleson. Popped up out over towards the shallow left field line, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. The throw's going to be made over to third, and it's not in time. And a run scores. That is an RBI bloop double provided by the Cardinals, and it's a 3-0 ball game. Let's go. Burleson bloops a single out towards the left field line. Happ barehanded it on the bounce, threw it over to third, and it was off the line. Herrera is safe at third, and a double for Burleson. 2 outs, bottom of the third. Here's Mason Wynn, and he stares at the sweeper that is in the dirt for a ball. An RBI bloop double for Burleson. 1-0 is the count. Mason Wynn is in the batter's box. And the 1-0 is up high and inside for ball 2. Ow. That had to hurt. Let's go, chat. Keep hitting that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. We have 188 people tuning on in, and 35 of you have hit the thumbs up button. Let's go. 2-0, here it comes. There's a called strike right at the knees. 2-1 is the count, with 2 away in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 2-1 pitch to Win. Line drive, base it up the middle. 1 run's going to score. 2 runs are going to score, I believe. Yes, they will. It's a 5-0 Cardinals outpour so far. Mason Wynn comes through and opens the game open for the St. Louis Cardinals. That ball was drilled up the middle. Roberts got out of the way. And Furman is up to bat. Roberts kicks and deals, and it's inside for a ball. A ball, no strikes, bottom of the 3rd, 2 away. Roberts versus Furman right here. The toss back over to first, and that is not in time. It's a 5-0 start for the Cardinals. Somebody said it before on here, but the Cubs really just don't do well in bullpen games. And so far, they're not off to a good start. 1-0, here it comes, and it's upstairs for ball 2. Bullpen game fails. Stop insulting us, Cubs fans. We want a new Cubs manager. We want Alex Cora now, says Jeff. Let's go. No, I was being serious, though, about the whole, rooting for 2 teams. I wasn't mocking that. 2-0, and that's a foul ball. Crimson's the one that said it. That said about the bullpen. 2 balls, 1 strike to Furman. And the next pitch, that's going to be fouled towards the right side. Phillies love says my top 5. Number 5, Dodgers. Number 4, Yankees. Number 3, Guardians. Number 2, Cubs. And number 1, Phillies. So now you're telling me that the Red Sox were in your top 2 before, but now they're not. Interesting. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, here it comes. And it's outside for ball 3. Three balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 3rd, 2 outs. A runner over at first, and the payoff pitch. And there's a fly ball hit out over to deep left field. If that ball's fair, it's gone. It is a foul ball. Furman barely missed that. My bad, number 3 are the Red Sox. And number 2 are the Guardians. It's hard to keep track. That's cool, though. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Jose Furman. Runner over at first. That's Mason Wynn. 3-2 pitch and a called strike 3. Furman will challenge, though. Looks like it just got the inside corner on the upper tier of the zone. We'll see what ABS has to say. And that is going to be a called strike 3. And the inning is done. Time to go to the top of the 4th inning. 5-0 St. Louis. That was a really good pitch. Thrown by Ethan Roberts right there. Okay, so when we go to the top of the 4th, it'll be Seiya Suzuki, Ian Happ, and Carson Kelly up at the plates. Oh, yeah, my uncle's a Phillies is a Guardians fan, so that's the reason why they're number 2. Nice. Cubs are decimated by injury, the whole pitching staff. Otherwise, they've got a nice ball club. And Council can certainly manage his Morty. I don't know, man. Like, I've been... I will never forget, and look, you know, not to diminish him, but I know that managers make mistakes, but I will never forget, and I'm not trying to bring back bad memories, Cubs fans, but to bring back bad memories, how did you really feel when Shota was pulled when he was facing the Pirates? You remember the game I was talking about. And Brian Reynolds, as soon as he was taken out of the game, he hit the 2-run home run. That was like, I think he broke up, I read that he broke up another no-hitter against the Cubs like the year before that or whatever it was. What are your thoughts about Council? I guess is really my question. But that was a game where I said, that may have not been so smart, taking them out of the game there. I want to say words to the Cubs that I can't say on the internet. Email them to me. I don't know why you challenged. That was obviously a strike, says Shante. Shante, what's going on, Shante? How you doing? Good to see you on here. I want to say that to their faces. JJ, of the years you have lived, what was the best you have lived? I enjoy every day. Some days are tough, but I'm very blessed. You know, I really do. I really try to enjoy every day that I can. The pitch, here it is. Line drive caught out in left field for out number 1 in the top of the 4th by Velazquez. My favorite day, I loved my bar mitzvah. I had an incredible bar mitzvah. It was awesome. I don't know. There's been a lot of great days. I really try to enjoy it. I mean, I've had bad days, but you know what? I embrace those days. The pitch. That's a foul ball. No. Crimson, come on. Let's be civil here. Come on, man. 1 ball, 1 strike. Let's be civil, guys. Come on. Enough. 1-1 pitch to Ian Happ. That's going to be a foul ball. Hit right behind the plate. Liberator with 56 pitches. The Philly Sports, what was the best moment you have seen or watched as a Philly Sports fan? I'll get back to you on that. 1-2 pitch to Ian Happ. Fly ball hit out over towards shallow left field. Wynn can't find it. He gets called off by his left fielder, and he will make the grab for out number 2. That's Velazquez out and left. Best Philadelphia Phillies moment. Gosh, help me out, man. I don't know. We've seen some awesome moments. I will say the perfect game from Roy Halladay was awesome. I had such goosebumps. In the playoffs, though, the no-hitter was great, too. The pitch is in there for a strike. RB in the house! What's up, RB? Folks, if you want to follow the NBA playoffs, if you want to follow the finals, my guy, Philly Take with RB, has you covered with all of them. Yes, he does. He does a great job. Let's go. No balls, 2 strikes. Go subscribe to Philly Take with RB, baby. That's my guy. 0-2 is the count. Shut up, soundboard. And the pitch, and that's a foul ball. RB, I've been telling my soundboard to shut up today. I don't know why. It's kind of funny and fun sometimes. 0-2 pitch. It's up high for a ball. This is Philly Take with RB. If you love basketball, fire. A ball, 2 strikes. Top of the 4th. 5-0 Cardinals. 2 away. And the 1-2 pitch. And that's chopped foul. Dude, I love doing these games, chat, because especially after a Phillies game like we just saw today, where I just want to vomit and my eyes are just bleeding from all of like the bad baseball. It's just so nice to just be able to watch good baseball and for us to just talk about it, or just to chill, you know? 1-2, and it's a foul ball. I mean, we did do a post-game show. I did rip them in the post-game show, but we can rip them more. It's a beautiful feeling. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. And that is a foul ball by Kelly. Crazy how... Oh, dude. Oh, man. I miss Jared. I said in your chat yesterday, I wasn't a fan of when they got Jared, and I wasn't a fan when they got rid of him. Wasn't a fan of when they got him. You remember me on draft night. I wasn't happy about it. And then I wasn't a fan when they got rid of him. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, top of the 4th. And the 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. He got him. Matthew Liberatore is on fire. And he is pitching very well against the Chicago Cubs. Another strikeout. Another chair in the chat for Liberatore. Let's go. I just looked up past Google scores. That's cool. Did you find any good ones? JJ, I do that with the Eagles. Watch other teams to cleanse the palate. Dude, it's so refreshing. It really is. It's like, you know, this becomes a rage room for me after they lose and get mollywopped by the Dodgers, and I'm just screaming like on the inside, and then like on the post-game show, I'm just trying to get my thoughts out. Feel like I'm in therapy, and I'm just trying to process how I feel. I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm angry, I'm passionate, right? Like I feel all these emotions, and then I just come on for another game, and it's just like, whew, chill. But also get mad. You know? Like, we can breathe, JJ. We can. We can all process this together. Cubs haven't gone 0-5 in 12 games. Last time was against the Brewers and the Cardinals. It's so bad. This shouldn't be happening. Dude, I feel you, man. I feel you. Spurs. Who's winning the finals? Spurs or Knicks? Chat, help me out. Help me out. I need to phone a friend. Just kidding. RB, I got the Spurs winning. I just don't know how the heck they're going to stop Victor Wembanyama. The way that I put it, RB, is this. Okay, if Joel Embiid was, you know, in his prime, and if he was playing dominant basketball, and if he was getting to the rim and dunking like he used to, I feel like that's the type of version of Victor Wembanyama that we're seeing, except it's a different style. He's also shooting the ball very, very well from 3. I feel like that we're sort of seeing, like, you know, Joel Embiid 2.0 with Victor Wembanyama. I don't know if that necessarily makes sense, or if you can see why I feel that way, but he's just a one-man wrecking crew. But also, I will say this, like, his role players with Stephon Castle and De'Aaron Fox and Julian Champagnie and all those guys are really good. And Dylan Harper, too. And they got Keldon Johnson. Like, they have a nice physical team. I just feel like that the Spurs are going to take it in 7, and it's not going to be an easy fight. I really feel that way. But the Knicks, they definitely have a chance. I got the Spurs winning it, though. It's going to be a good series. Curry says, I think the Knicks get it done. 1 ball, no strikes. Excuse me. Thomas Saggese is up, and he's facing Thornton here. And the pitch is going to be taken outside for ball 2. First one was outside. Second one was also outside. 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. The next pitch on the way, and that's taken for strike 2, so it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Was hoping to hear another holy smokes today with the Phillies, not to be. Yeah. Holy smokes, they got blown out. The 2-2. That's down and away for ball 3. So it's 3-2. I like Champagne. Dude, he's really good. He's a very, very good shooter for sure. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Do you think Mike Brown gets outcoached, though? I guess is my question to you. 3-2. That pitch is inside for ball 4. And Thornton walks the first batter that he faces. And Pedro Pajes is going to come on up to the plate right now for the St. Louis Cardinals. Cubs are getting smoked so far. You think there's a chance of a Cubbies comeback? Evan, I do. Absolutely. The pitch. This is going to be bunted towards the first base side, and the throw over to first is in plenty of time for out number 1. Cubs fans will probably disagree with me, but you know what? This is why they need fresh blood. This is why they need JJ. The toss back over to first was in time. That goes down as a 3-4 fielder's choice. Cubs definitely have the worst bullpen in baseball. It's true. I think that there's definitely a chance. I mean, they got to keep it to a 5-run deficit. JJ Weatherholt is up, and the pitch is up high for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to JJ Weatherholt, who's 2 for 2 tonight so far with a pair of singles and 2 runs scored. And the 1-0 pitch, here it is. That's taken for a called strike. All right, Chad, I'm thinking of a random baseball team. Which team am I thinking of? Out of all the 30 baseball teams, which team am I thinking of right now? Dude, how about Fox? Mike Brown? Tyrese Halliburton? It's insane, man. The fact that Fox and Brown are in the finals going up against each other, I didn't even think about that as a headline. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swung on and missed. He got him. And there is out number 2. Drop another chair in the chat for Thornton. Let's go. The Brewers. The Rangers. The Marlins. Chante and Tom jinxed each other. No, not the Marlins. Which baseball team am I thinking of? What is JJ thinking of right now? Read JJ's mind. I love playing this game. The pitch, swing and a miss. Ivan Herrera is in the box. 5-0 St. Louis. Oriole fan just subbed. Oriole fan, thanks so much for subscribing to the channel. 0-1 pitch. And that is outside for a ball. Speaking of Orioles fans, I have a good channel for you. If you love the Baltimore Orioles, please make sure that you go check out Orioles Bird Watcher. He covers the Baltimore Orioles. I got his link right over here. The pitch on the way. There's a towering fly ball hit out over to deep left field. That ball is slicing. Is it fair or is it foul? Can't tell what it was ruled. Jogging around the bases and stopping is Weatherholt. And that is ruled a foul ball. The Mets, the Mariners, incorrect. RB can't read my mind. Nope. The Mariners, maybe the White Sox, maybe, or is it the White Sox? Nope, it's not the Astros. The Yankees, The Yankees are also incorrect. The Blue Jays. Nope, not the Blue Jays. Trophy off of Kirk. What's going on, man? 1 ball, 2 strikes. This is a replay review. Okay, so they are seeing if this is a home run. That looked pretty close. That was close. So if it's a home run, it's a 7-0 ball game. The Braves, the Expos, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're not doing so good, but you know what? We're going to finish strong, chat. We are. Dude, that was pretty close. But yeah, BW, go check him out. He does an awesome job covering the Baltimore Orioles games. The Bucks, nope. Not the Bucks. After review, the call on the field stands, and it is a foul ball. Diamondbacks are close. You're getting warmer. It's not the Diamondbacks. We're going to see Adam Silver hands in this. New York is the biggest market in the world in the face of the NBA. Is Victor Wembanyama. No way it's on the up and up, says Morty. The Giants, dude, we're getting so close. We're getting close. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ivan Herrera. And the pitch, and that's fouled away again. The Nationals, nope. We're striking out a lot. We're going to hit it, though. Not the Padres. Don't break my heart. One-two pitch. That's down for ball 2. Man, oh man. 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. Pitch on the way. There's a fly ball. This one's hit out over towards center field. Crow Armstrong is there, and he'll make the grab. And we're going to go to the 5th inning, chat. It's a 5-0 lead for the St. Louis Cardinals. Cubs got some work to do. The Angels, you got it. Let's go. Drop the MVPs in the chat for Trophy. Trophy got it. Let's go, baby. Let's go. You're thinking about trying the Angels. Kenny also got it. I am. That's why I'm thinking about those halos. That's right. Cheers. You both got it. You're winners. That took a lot, but you know what? We got the W. We did. We were in the bottom of the 9th. There was 2 outs, and we got Mason Miller to blow a save, so that was great. And we ended up walking it off against Mason Miller, so that's awesome. JJ, in October through January, you should watch a little bit of the Dominican Winter League. Oh, dude, that would be great. That's a good idea if you are going to like it. I don't know if you're going to like it, but for me, it's the 2nd best league in baseball history. Dude, that's so cool. Where do they play? Where are they televised? Do they have a website? Let me know down below. I need 8.5, says Dat Boy. All right, chat. I got a hot take. You ready for this? You ready for this? I got a hot take. The dark horse in all of baseball right now, a team that can win it all. My biggest dark horse is the Pittsburgh Pirates. I could see the Pittsburgh Pirates. I could see them going to the World Series. They are my dark horse. And I know I'm going to get clipped for this, and Dr. DeLay is going to see this. I'm not doing this for Dr. DeLay. No. I'm saying it right now. On May 31st, the biggest dark horse in baseball, to go to the World Series and win it is the Pittsburgh Pirates. I think that they are my dark horse. I don't consider the Braves to be a dark horse. I don't consider the Phillies to be a dark horse, to be honest with you. And I don't even see the Phillies going to the World Series. But the Pirates are my biggest dark horse. That could be possible if Skeens wakes up his trophy off of Kirk. I could see it. I really could. Baseball chat is about who gets hot. And if the Pirates get hot at the right time, that would be crazy. The ball is 1 strike to Kelvin Alcantara. And the next pitch is in there for strike 2. Send the clip to Dr. Delay, that's fine. But they are my dark horse. No balls, 2 strikes. We're in the top of the 5th. 1 out. 0-2 pitch. Here it comes, and that's outside for a ball. I just realized I'm doing a Cardinals and Cubs game. And both fan bases are going to be mad at me that I said that the Pittsburgh Pirates are dark horse. I'm asking for smoke. 1-2 pitch. That's down for ball 2. The 2-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? I think he found it, maybe. No? They say he didn't go. 3-2. YouTube. Gotcha. Cool. 3-2 pitch on the way. And that's a fly ball. Base it out over towards right center field. It gets down. Furman spins, turns, fires it over to second. Alcantara is just going to stay right where he is. And he gets on with a 1-out single here in the top of the 5th inning. You know what the Cardinals are doing? The Cardinals are playing small ball. And they are making contact with the ball. That's something that the Phillies just have not been able to do in this series. This is the type of baseball, the baseball that the Cardinals are playing right now, this is the baseball that I really need to see from the Philadelphia Phillies, chat. I was seeing it before. St. Louis is the best baseball town in America. I have got to go to St. Louis one day. Just went to Chicago. That was awesome. And Chicago is a really cool baseball town. 0-1. That's outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Got you, Phillies love. 1-1 pitch. That's in there for a strike. Gotcha, Jose. We all have the rights to our own opinions. Don't you worry about it. Kenny, I appreciate you, man. Fist pump to you. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out, top of the 5th. Liberator with 76 pitches. And the next one is up high for ball 2. Who do you guys think actually takes the NL Central? Two-two pitch. And it's down for ball 3. Three balls, 2 strikes. We're in the top of the 5th. There's 1 away. A runner over at first. 5-0 St. Louis. We'll catch you up in just a few moments or so. The pitch. This is popped up and skied out over towards center. And there to make the grab is out number 2. There to make the grab for out number 2, I should have said, is Jose Furman. I have seen Moneyball. I've never read Moneyball, though. Which do you like better, the book or the film? Just out of curiosity, because I thought that the film was well done. Good to see you on here, though, my friend. Timestamp. What is that? Timestamp copy 4. What's going on, dude? Good to see you. 2 outs, top of the 5th. Nico Horner is up to bat for the Chicago Cubs. And the pitch, line drive over to third, and it's caught for out number 3. Horner could not have hit that any harder. It was a bulldozer hit over towards Thomas Saggese. And the inning is done. We're going to the bottom of the 5th. So far, 5 shutout innings for Matthew Liberatore and the St. Louis Cardinals. 5-0 St. Louis. Oh, boy. Ugh. Yes. Who takes the division? The Brew Crew? JG says Jose Ramirez is the most underrated player. I still feel that way. I do. He hasn't had the best season, but Jose Ramirez is underrated. Riley Green is underrated, in my opinion. He doesn't get enough love. The other person that I don't think gets enough love either is Edmundo Sosa. I don't think he gets enough love. Shout out to Edmundo Sosa. Times says the book is way better than the movie if you're a baseball fan. More about analytics, etc. Cool. Good to know. Is it a long read? Is it? Yeah, I'll have to look into it. In 2025, Junior Caminero hit a game winner versus the Licey in the top of the 9th. Did I say that correctly? And he had a 53 trot around the bases. Dude, Junior Caminero is such a stud. He really is. Benzina says the film's better than the book. Ooh. So one person says the film's better. The other person says that the book is better. I need a tiebreaker. No, I'm kidding. And Kanu says the Brewers are going to win the NL Central. Brewers are going to win the NL Central. But yeah, I'll have to look into the book. Oh boy. Cardinals won the first game of this series. 6-5 was the final score. They beat the Cubs. And the Cubs ended up winning yesterday. They took care of business out in St. Louis, and they won 6-1. Tonight, here's how the scoring breakdown has gone so far. In the bottom of the first, Jordan Walker had himself an RBI single. Burleson also had an RBI too. It was on a little pop-up that was hit into no man's land towards the infield. And so that made it 2-0. Burleson then also had himself an RBI single in the bottom of the third to make it 3-0. And Mason Wynn had a 2-run single to capitalize and make it 5-0. Here's Jordan Walker pitching for the St. Louis Cardinals. 1 ball, no strikes. The book is always better than the movie. The 1-0 pitch, Nets swung on a miss for strike 1. A lot of people say, I've never read the Willy Wonka book, but a lot of people have said that the Willy Wonka movie with Gene Wilder is way better than the book. That's I guess, an exception. 1-1 pitch that's popped up, hit out over towards shorts. And Swanson's there and makes the grab for out number 1. How the heck are you going to have time to read a book? That's a good question. During the off season, maybe. JJ, if you could choose your own walk-off music, what would you choose? Okay, so my walk-up music is Till I Collapse by Eminem. I want people to know when I come on into that box that I'm all about business. So I got to play Till I Collapse. Bottom of the 5th, 1 out, and the 0-1, and that's a foul ball. That's my walk-up song. That's if I ever step into the rink. That's if I ever get introduced into the box. Yeah, Till I Collapse. My walk-off song, Victory from SpongeBob, for sure. For sure. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch on the way. That ball is fouled towards the left side. RB, do you approve? Do you approve of that if RB is still here? That's a good question, though. I like that one. You guys are asking great questions tonight. 0-2 pitch. Bouncing ball back over towards the mound. And the football over to first base is in plenty of time for outs number 2. Just a warning really quickly. I just want to make sure that I put this out there. And I apologize. I didn't put this out there sooner. But please, if you can, I know that, F-bombs are going to slurp or are going to slip every once in a while. But please try not to curse. I do have kids that do tune on in. I don't have kids myself, sorry. That's a lie. But there are kids that do tune on into this, and I would like to try to set a good example for them. But we also, no spamming and no spoiling the game. The pitch. That's taken for ball 2. Who in the Cubs team do we think is going to hit a home run? I don't know, chat. Help me out. 2-0 pitch. That's outside for ball 3. I wonder if you're allowed to use music with swear words in it. Well, it would have to be like the clean version. 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1. It's popped up. And that is going to be hit out into foul ground. Bregman has plenty of room. And he will make the grab. And we will go to the top of the 6th inning. The Cardinals are up 5-0 against the Chicago Cubs. They look goods over on YouTube that are over 18. I thought that was illegal. You are incorrect. You can even say, that this channel is not meant for kids, and yet you still get kids that tune on in because of a lot of various reasons. Orioles fan says, are you a Phillies fan? Definitely I'm a Phillies fan, but I'm a baseball fan as well. I am a die-hearted Phillies fan. But I love baseball. Do you have a patent and call like Mike Breen's Bang? Yeah, so they call that punchlines. JJ, what's your punchline? My punchline that I like to use is I like ring the bell, the Philadelphia Phillies win. Time to celebrate. I like that. I like a fastball right down Broad Street. I think that's a good one. But I don't have a home run one. I really don't. I don't think that's a bad thing. Basketball, I could use one. In football, I could use one as well. But that's a cool one. Maybe you guys can help me come up with some punchlines. Like a signature punchline for that. I don't know. JJ, can we get Schwarber back to the Cubs? No way, no how. As Rob Parker on Fox Sports Radio would always say. Just kidding. If it's a good haul, of course, I would give you guys Kyle Schwarber, but it would have to be for the right deal. Watch it fly. Dude, DN, what's going on, DN? How you doing? District Nation is in the chat. Folks, if you are not familiar with District Nation, well, you're going to be familiar with District Nation right now. District Nation covers the Nationals. He covers the Commanders. And he's also a Dallas Mavericks fan as well. You're like, holy smokes. I have a story about that. 1-0 pitch. Here it comes to Pete Crow Armstrong. That ball is flied foul and out of play. But that is District Nation. Go subscribe to him. He is really putting in the work, and he's doing an awesome job. He's doing great. Dude, he had 2,700 people on here. Look at this guy. Let's go, baby. Oh, I can't wait. I like Holy Smokes. Yeah, so I got a story about that. One ball, one strike to Pete Crow Armstrong. We're in the top of the 6th. Liberator gets set and fires, and Pete is going to foul that pitch off over towards the left side. I ain't going to steal yours. Nope, I'm not stealing anybody's. I'm not taking anybody's. One ball, two strikes. Top of the 6th. Liberator gets set, kicks, fires, and it's upstairs for ball 2. I will say, though, the Holy Smokes thing, the Holy Smokes call, I remember Kevin Harlan made a call. It was like a 3-point shot or whatever. And he said in the call, holy smokes. I was like, I kind of like that. So I like to mix it in every once in a while. The pitch to Pete. Fly ball hit out over towards right field. Walker tracks it down. Right by the track. Makes the catch. And there's one away. In the top of the 6th. Ollie Marmol's going to go out there, and that's going to do it for Liberator, as Alex Bregman is going to be introduced right now. So to the person that needed one more strikeout from Liberator, I don't have the Price is Right sound effects, but you lost, and I apologize. It's my fault, though. Let's go, baby. Dude, Kenny, not blowing smoke up this guy's butt, but this guy is really, really good. District Nation is so awesome at what he does. I am a big, big fan. I really am. I love how he calls the games on YouTube, and I really want there to be like more and more people on the platform. He does an awesome job, though, and every time I tune on in, sometimes he doesn't even know, like, if I'm tuning on in. Like the other day, I was there. It was, what was it? It was it? I believe it was Nationals Braves. Yeah, it was. I didn't even come on in during the game, but I was just tuning on in. I love listening to him. He's so good. He really is. So make sure that you guys go check him out. We have hit 10,420 subscribers, man. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Elvis has left the building for a home run. Elvis? That's interesting. Boom goes the dynamite. That's... I like Kyle Schwarber goes boom, or Bryce Harper goes boom. Like, that's cool. I don't think people say that enough. That's a good one. But I want it to feel authentic, like, I don't know. The pitch, and that's taken for a strike. Like, I like how Joe Davis mixes in all different types of home run calls. He's so good with his analogies. No balls, one strike. Bregman is up to bat. The pitch. Nets down in the way for a ball. Santa Maria! Matt Vasgersian. He's good. The 1-1 pitch. And that is another fly ball hit out over to deep left field. And Alex Bregman goes boom! The Cubbies are on the board. Bregman with his 5th homer of the season. pitch, and that's a foul ball to Seiya Suzuki. He got one out over the middle. Bregman just took that thing for a ride. No cursing in my chat. No worries, no worries, no worries, no worries. You're good, you good, you good, you good, you good. You're totally fine. I know that you meant. I knew that it was an accident. Oh man. Right on cue. It's good. I kind of like it. 0-2. That's down for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Top of the 6th. 1 out. And here's the 1-2 on the way. That is a fly ball. That one is hooking foul. And out of play it goes. Bob Carpenter. You didn't like Bob Carpenter's call? See you later. You remember it, though. It sticks out in your head. 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swung on and missed. And Pages throws it over to first to complete the strikeout. And there's 2 gone. Dobbins gets his first strikeout of the game. Let's go. I have a theory. MLB knows who will win the games, who will win before the games even happen. You're not the first person that I've heard say that on here. People saying that the Cubs want Schwarber back. We had him before the Phillies and made him a leadoff hitter. That's true. Then he went to the Red Sox as well. Yeah. Yep. Dude, I liked Kyle Schwarber on the Nationals. I love him, though, on the Phillies. 0-1 pitch. Grounded over towards the right side. Second baseman has it. Tosses it over to first. And that is out number 3. Bottom of the 6th. 5-1 St. Louis. But Alex Bregman puts the Cubs on the board. And it's a 4-run lead for them. Dude, I would never forget that home run call. That was funny. That was funny as heck. I've seen those. How can somebody rig baseball, says District Nation. Dude, I had somebody in my chat message me the other day. It was like a month ago, and they were like, you know, you said that the Phillies were going to win 7-3, and I took them to win 7-3, and I lost. Thanks. Like, what? It's... I get those messages like every once in a while. They get sent to the hotline. It's so funny. I'll have to read you guys some messages one day on the hotline of things that I get, but some of them I can't read because they're just that bad. But it's just it's so funny to me. But then I'll, you know, yeah. Folks, if you like what you hear, my name is Jason Joseph, and this, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. Make sure that you guys go follow District Nation again. I'm going to post his link down below once more. He does an awesome, awesome job calling games. So please make sure that you guys go support him. He is great. He covers the Nationals. He covers the Commanders. He also is a Dallas Mavericks fan as well. That's my guy. He is great. David Letterman. That's right. Frequently pressured legendary sportscaster Al Michaels on the show. Did he really? To use the phrase Elvis has left the building as a home run call? Did he really do that? I'll have to go watch that. That's so cool. That's actually really funny. Just won $15 from a $5 bet. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Good W for you, my friend. We like to hear dubs. Dubs are great. Just need a Busch homer at Busch Stadium. I need Busch to show up at Busch with a nice hit. It doesn't even have to be a home run, he said. He said nice hit or some runs. All right, bottom of the 6th. It's a 5-1 game. Cardinals lead it by 4. Juan with a sub over on YouTube. I appreciate you very, very much, my friend. Welcome on into the play-by-play with JJ community. Here's the pitch. That's going to be taken for a called strike. Right at the knees. No balls, 1 strike. By the way, just out of curiosity, as the 0-1 is going to be flied foul towards the left side. I'm just really curious, how did you guys find me? Like, did you guys type in Cardinals game or, like, Cubs game or Sunday Night Baseball? Or was this just in your algorithm? For those of you who just found me tonight, please let me know, because I'm just curious. 0-2 pitch, grounded over to third, picked up by Bregman, and the throw to first. And they say that he's out at first base. Wynn is staying right where he is. Ollie, is he going to challenge? Is Ollie Marmol going to challenge this play? Let's look at the replay. Bregman made the throw to first. That was pretty close. It was close. I think he was just barely out by less than a quarter of a step. Let's look again. They're showing different replays. He's out. I think he's just out. And they will not challenge. 1 out, bottom of the 6th. A bang-bang play by Bregman. The pitch. That's going to be taken for a called strike. Now, I've just been watching you with the Blue Jays games. Let's go. Half of the Cardinals team just is not hitting. I'm gambling on watching the live game. Makes me too nervous. Got you. 1 ball, 1 strike. Let me unnervous you. I typed in live baseball game play-by-play, brother. Did you really? Live baseball game play-by-play. 1-1 pitch. That's up high for ball 2. Is this real? Nope, this is just a dream. Gotta wake up. Get up! This is real. This is definitely real. 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch. That's in there for strike 2. Does anybody have water on them by any chance? I do have a fridge over there. That's really cool. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 6th. 1 out. And the pitch. Bouncing ball hit back over towards the mound. The throw on over to first base is just in time for out number 2 in the bottom of the 6th inning. So 2 away. That's really cool. How else did you guys find me? I found you from visiting PAS, says Frank. Dude, Frank, you are the man. I've been seeing you in PAS's chat, dude. Thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate you, man. I'm from St. Louis and put it on the YouTube, and your video is the one that stuck out to me. Now I'm subbing, says Lil Robert. Let's go, baby! What's up, Lil Robert? How you doing, my friend? Good to see you on here. Good to see everybody. I drank it all, JJ. That's too bad. It's too bad. Was it sparkling water? Was it ice water? Room temperature water? Bottom of the 6th, 2 outs. Beautiful sunset. You see some pink skies out in St. Louis. I drank 4 Red Bulls today, bro. Oof. Hopefully you sleep well. The pitch. That's a foul ball. I subscribe to Delay and Max Coverage TV, dude. Go follow them all. They are so good. They are so, so good. And District Nation as well. And PAS. They're really awesome. The 0-1 pitch, and that's outside for a ball. I really like how we all support each other. Like, that's really, like, I care about, obviously, like, I love it, like, when people subscribe to my channel, but, like, when they go and subscribe to these other people, too, and go tune on into, like, their games, like, nothing makes me happier than when I see that. Really. I really feel that way. 2 balls, 1 strike to Nolan Gorman. It's a 5-1 ball game, bottom of the 6th. 2 outs, nobody on, and Phil Maton is pitching. And the pitch is taken down and in for ball 3. sometimes Sometimes I just make myself laugh, and that was just one of those moments where I was like, you know what? Yeah, that was actually a good comment. That was a good one, JJ. 3-1. That's a called strike 2. Something's wrong with me. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 6th. 2 outs. The payoff pitch on the way. Strike 3 calls. Got him. Gorman's going to challenge. Looked like I hit the outside corner. Let's see what ABS has to say. That is a strikeout. Goodbye to Gorman. Time to go to the top of the 7th inning. Chat, we have a lot of people tuning in on this beautiful Sunday night. 233 people to be exact. Where are we tapping on in from tonight? Let us know. Where are we? Time to shout some people out. Where are we tuning on in from? Oh no, I think I may have cracked my screen. Oh, that's beautiful. Great. Oh boy. Good stuff. Good going, JJ. That's an L. Oh, that's not good. That sucks. I cracked my phone screen. There's a little crack in it. Salt Lake City, what's going on? Timestamp copy. Northwest Philly in the chat. First I thought it was debris, then I realized that's a little crack. That was nonchalant. That was a good one. Los Angeles, says the Crazy Gambler. Shout out to you. I'm not happy about that. I've never cracked my phone screen before. I have done some Texas Rangers games. I think I've done 2 this year that are non-Phillies. Let me double check that. Let's see what the YouTube vlog has to say. If you actually go to like my playlist, you'll see, if you go to my MLB playlist for 2025, you'll be able to find out for yourself. But where are we? Let's go to our playlist. MLB 2026. Yeah, we're not in 2025. I forgot about that. We're in 2026. Oh, man. The Texas Rangers. How many games have we done from the Texas Rangers? We've done... I think we've done 1, right? We did do 1 game, but when was it? Oh, yeah, it was Rangers versus Pirates. That was a month ago. Yeah, that's when it was. The ball's 1 strike. And the pitch. And that's taken for a ball. Sorry, JJ, that sucks. If it's just a little crack, then they can replace the top layer for you, and it's pretty cheap. Okay. Good to go. The pitch. That's taken down. And away for ball 2. Yeah, that just happened. But it's on like the side of the phone too. Oh man. All right. My phone screen's been cracked for a year. It's no problem. It's been Z now. I can't do that. Here comes Michael Bush to the plate. And the pitch is going to be taken for a called strike. It's a curveball. Sorry about that. Kelly ended up lining out over to short. The pitch. And it's taken for a ball. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Oh, Robert, thank you so much for the sub. I really appreciate it. The 1-1 pitch on the way. Line drive hit out over towards left field. That'll get down for a base hit. And so there's an opposite field single here in the top of the 7th inning for Michael Busch. And he gets on against Dobbins. Let's go. Is Matthew out there yet? Matthew Liberator? He started today. He's done. Charge! Liberator is done, my friend. What's up, Gary? Liberator went 5 1/3. He gave up 3 hits, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. The pitch. That's taken for a strike. This is Michael Conforto, a former Dodger, a former Met, a former Giant as well. 0-1 pitch to Conforto. There's a fly ball. This one's hit out over towards deep left center field. That's going to go back towards the track. That's going to bounce off the warning track over towards the wall. Conforto's going to get on with a double as the throw is cut off, and that's going to put runners over at second and third, baby. All right, 2 runners on, top of the 7th inning, and the Chicago Cubs have 2 base runners. Let's go, baby. And it's Dansby Swanson's turn to come on up to the plates. Beautiful night out in St. Louis. There's the Budweiser Brewhouse out in left center field. First pitch to Dansby, and that's outside for a ball. We got ourselves a ball game. The potential tying run is in the on-deck circle, and that is Nico Hoerner. 1 ball, no strikes. Top of the 7th, 1 out. Dobbins versus Swanson. The 1-0 pitch, way inside for ball 2. Find this channel by typing in the live game. Nice. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 pitch to Swanson, and that is inside for ball 3. Looks like that Hunter Dobbins is losing his command here. It's 3-0. Cubs trying to get back in this. 1 away, top of the 7th. Swanson is in the box. The 3-0 pitch, and a called strike. It's a 4-seamer at the knees. And Dansby takes it all the way. Three balls, 1 strike. The 3-1 pitch, and that's called strike 2. Swanson was looking at the umpire, decided not to challenge. That was a strike. It painted the outside edge. Dobbins has never faced Dansby Swanson before. That's because his only outing was on Thursday, April 30th. 3-2 on the way. Swung on and missed. What a big strikeout by Hunter Dobbins. Drop a chair in the chat for Hunter. The fact that this guy was down in the count 3-0, and he got Dansby Swanson to strike out, and he was tardy on that fastball. Unbelievable. Dobbins did pitch, though, last year. Forgot to mention that. Here's Nico Hoerner at the plate, and the pitch. There's a grounder hit over to shortstop, and the throw over to first base is in plenty of time, and the inning is over. It was hit right over to Wynn's way. Dobbins got himself out of the jam, and we're going to go to the bottom of the 7th. It's a 5-1 St. Louis Cardinals lead out at Busch Stadium. Good stuff. Good stuff. Too many cheesesteaks will kill you faster than cigarettes is timestamp. Is that a fact? That was a big-time strikeout, by the way. Robert, I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much for being on here. Yes, sir. Folks, if you are new to my channel, once again, my name is Jason Joseph, and this, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. We will have the schedule of which baseball games that we are going to be doing this week. We will hopefully have that out by tomorrow. The Phillies are off tomorrow, and I think I'm going to just relax tomorrow. I am not going to be streaming the Phillies game on Friday because I will be at the Phillies game. So that'll be really cool. If I run into you, that's awesome. If I don't run into you, that's awesome too, I guess. But if you're going to the Phillies game, I'll see you there maybe. Just like that, they're out of it. Times you have a chance and you're not able to take advantage of an opportunity. So, but yeah, I will release the schedule tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be my off day. It's going to be my cleanup day. I think that's how I'm going to treat it tomorrow. Phillies do play Tuesday. They play against the San Diego Padres at 6:40. So we'll be on for that game on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we will do an afternoon game. Then the Phillies play the Padres at 6:40. So we'll do a doubleheader Wednesday. Thursday, we got the Phillies and the Padres. And we'll do a doubleheader that day as well. And then Friday we're off because we're going to be at the game. Phone screen has to get fixed tomorrow. I guess so. I got to put that on the list of things to do. That does not make me happy. I've never cracked my phone screen before, but there's a first time for everything. I don't even know how it happened. It just happened tonight. Maybe when I tried to catch my phone, I kind of remember now. Okay, yeah. It hit, yeah, okay. Hit the side of the phone. That's probably what happened, I assume. And I thought that was debris, but it's not debris. Definitely not. Bottom of the 7th. And here is the pitch to Pedro Pages. That is taken for a ball. One ball and no strikes to Pedro Pages. Here's the 1-0. That is high for ball 2. Ryan Rollison is pitching. He has a 3.24 earned run average. In 14 games, 16 strikeouts, 7 bases on balls. 2-0 pitch. Check swing, foul ball towards the right side. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel as well. You guys are the best. We have 241 of you tuning on in. 78 of you have hit the thumbs up button. Let's try to get to 100 likes, chat. If we can. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch to Pages. And there's another fly ball. This one's hit out over towards left center field. It'll stay in the ballpark, though, and PCA is there to make the grab for the first outs. Puts up the one finger all around. Shout out from Greeley, Chicago, from Greeley, Colorado. Do you do gambling predictions? My first time on your channel. I don't. No, I do like a traditional play-by-play as well for other Major League Baseball teams. I do encourage you to check out MLB Diamond Zone. I don't do any betting. I don't. But if you happen to have something going on, you know, if you do happen to have a bet, or like multiple bets, and again, I'm not saying that I encourage this at all, but you should definitely check this out. You know, if you're into fantasy baseball, it's really, really a cool thing. MLB Diamond Zone. 1-1 pitch, and that's in there for strike 2. So it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Diamond Zone is basically like NFL Red Zone, but it's for baseball. And you'll hear me like call like 5 different games at once. And I use the 3D on here. It is so, so cool. Even if you just like baseball like me, or if you're just like, you want to hear JJ call 5 different games at once and just do a juggling act, it's kind of fun. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. That's a foul ball. Hit on out of play. It's pretty cool. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 7th. Joining in a little bit late, but I made it. Says 26, Javon. What's going on, man? Good to see you on here. We'll catch you up. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the 2-2 pitch is up high for ball 3. So, in this game so far, Matthew Liberator ended up going 5 1/3 of an inning. And he ended up allowing 3 hits, no runs. He struck out 4 batters on a total of 85 pitches. Jordan Wicks did go 2 innings, gave up 3 earned runs on 4 hits. As the 3-2 is taken down for ball 4 to J.J. Weatherholt, and he gets on for the 3rd time today. The St. Louis Cardinals put up 5 runs, and they all came in the first 3 innings. Jordan Walker had himself an RBI single. Burleson had a little pop-up out over towards the infield grass. Nobody could get there, and another run scored to make it 2-0. Alec Burleson then had an RBI single in the bottom of the 3rd, and Mason Wynn had a 2-run single in the bottom of the 3rd as well. Here is Ivan Herrera, and the pitch is taken for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Ivan. And the next pitch is going to be taken for a called strike. Or did they actually call it a ball? That should have been a strike. And it's called a ball. Alice Bregman, that made it a 5-1 game. Oh, we forgot to do trivia. We're going to do trivia after this, chat. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 pitch is down and inside. The throw to second base is not in time to get JJ. And it's 2 balls and no strikes to Ivan Herrera. Got a good jump. Really, he went not too soon. Dove in there head first. No swipe even applied. 3 balls, no strikes to Ivan Herrera. Bottom of the 7th, 1 out. And the 3-0 pitch, that's down and inside for ball 4. That's also going to get away from the catcher. And Weatherholt heads on over to third base. And he's now 90 feet away from scoring. Let's go. We have a timeout taken on the mound by the Chicago Cubs. Just a timeout. Everybody's going to head on over to the mound, all the infielders, that is. And Jordan Walker is coming on up to the plate. First time I noticed the 3D is synced up perfectly. It's good. When it's on Apple TV, GG's. When it's on Peacock and the other streaming services, GG's. That means I can't do it. Good going. But, you know, when it's on cable, life is good. Life is good. And if I'm home, of course. Because that's how I can tune on in. Bottom of the 7th, 1 out, and the pitch. That is way inside for a ball. 1-0 is the count to Jordan Walker, who had himself an RBI single in the first. His average is up to .291. He also has 43 runs batted on in now. The 1-0, that is fouled off. Jordan Walker is tied for 6th in RBIs with Christian Walker and Jonathan Aranda. The pitch, ground ball hit over to third. The throw to second, there's 1. The throw to first, there's 2. It's a 5-4-3. So it's still a 5-1 ball game. And the Chicago Cubs are going to come on up to the plate. They are down to their final 6 outs. JJ, have you ever had a cheesesteak? Yeah, of course. Absolutely. Yeah, cheesesteaks are great. Love a good cheesesteak. I do. First time I noticed the 3D is synced up. Yes, I just heard a couple minutes ago that you're going to the Phillies game on Friday. That is so awesome. Enjoy yourself. Thank you so much, Scott. Yeah, I'm excited. It'll be a fun game. Wish I could have seen Murakami, but, sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. Can't always get what you want. But it is what it is. I'm excited, though, to see the Phillies and the White Sox. Should be good, for sure. Yeah, that Justin Crawford catch was awesome. I actually should cut that call, too. That was pretty good. What a play, says Victor. Yeah. Double play. Jordan Walker, actually, the other crazy thing, talk about a guy that doesn't necessarily get a lot of love. This guy, we talked about how he's been driving on in runs, but he's also tied for 18th in hits with 61. He's been having an underrated, good season. Really. 290 average, 15 homers, and 42 RBIs. You put him on the Yankees, you put him on, the top market teams, he's getting a lot more recognition, really. You're making my $500 bet worth watching. I'm about to have a heart attack. Well, thank goodness you told me that, because I'm going to make it tougher. Just kidding. Totally just kidding. Totally just kidding. But I'm happy to see you on here, my friend. I really, really am. You are the man. Is over 6.5 possible on both? Anything is possible. Top of the 8th. Here is Pete. And he takes ball 1. Curveball was outside. 1 ball and no strikes to Pete Crow Armstrong. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And a called strike on the outside edge. So our next game is going to be on Tuesday. We got the Phillies playing. We covered the Phillies on this channel. Tomorrow we're going to just take the day off. I think that we need that. And then out for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to Pete Crow Armstrong. Dobbins versus Armstrong. The 2-1 pitch, and Pete waves at a splitter and fouls it off. Two balls, 2 strikes to Pete Crow Armstrong. The Cubs are down to their final 6 outs. It's 82 degrees out in St. Louis, Missouri. 2-2 is the count to Pete. Dobbins kicks, fires, and Pete pops this one up a mile high towards the home plate area. And there to make the grab is Pedro Pages for out number 1 in the top of the 8th inning. Don't forget, folks, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel as well. Roethlisberger used to dominate the Eagles. Yep, I caught the end of Ben's career. Oh, boy. Now it's Alice Bregman's turn. He did homer his last time up, and he takes a sweeper outside for ball 1. So we got the Phillies game on Tuesday. Definitely make sure that you guys subscribe to the channel and keep the community posts up. Definitely check that every day, because I do like to post things in the community tab. So we'll be off tomorrow, and we'll let you know what the streaming schedule is. The streaming schedule. I will not be screaming unless the Phillies are doing very, very bad during my post-game shows. That's when I'll scream. The 1-1 pitch, and that's a foul ball towards the right side and out of play. And it's 1-2. But the streaming schedule, we'll definitely post that tomorrow, for sure. Maybe I'll cut some shorts tomorrow and just clean up. I need to clean up around here. I do. 1-2 pitch on the way to Bregman. Ground ball hit over towards short. Backhanded by Wynn. The fire over to first is in plenty of time. Mason Wynn fired a strike over to first base. That ball did not even hit the ground. Look at the arm strength from Mason Wynn to just throw it over to first with all his might to Alec Burleson. That flick of the wrist. Hoo-hoo. Unbelievable. X Miami says, who you rooting for? I'm just rooting for a good game. 87 likes, baby. Hit that thumbs up button. I'm rooting for 100 likes. Pitch. That's taken for a ball to Seiya Suzuki. That was at 92 miles per hour, that throw from short over to first. They just put that out there on the NBC graphic. Next pitch outside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 delivery. Swing and a miss. Justin, you had more content than Garcia did today. I thought you said not to bring him up. So you can't blame me for that. 2 balls, 1 strike. Suzuki in the box. The 2-1 pitch. That's a foul ball, and it'll find the seats. $11 for 85 in the month of May. That's what he ends May. Crazy. 2-2 on the way. Swung on and missed. What a pitch thrown by Dobbins. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Another chair for Dobbins. See you later. Goodbye. Hasta la vista, baby. Velasquez will come on up for the bottom of the 8th inning. It'll be Nelson Velasquez to lead things off. And then it'll be Alec Burleson and Mason Wynn as follows. You're playing ball with your nephew? That's so cool. That's so cool. Baseball with the family is fun. We haven't done that in a while. But baseball with the family is cool. All right, chat, what's on the menu, or what was on the menu tonight for dinner? I know that Mark had chicken wings. I heard that he said that. He put them in the oven. At the time, it was like, 4 hours ago. But what was on the dinner menu for tonight? Our family reunions used to turn into a ball game back in the day. Those were so much fun, says Justin. Dude, that's so awesome. That's great. That's so cool. Having barbecue brisket, been smoking it like all day. Does it take like all day to smoke? Really? How long does it take? Blue Line Warrior, that's so cool though. Tango Hombre, I'm hungry. Phillies Love says, what's up, JJ? Ah, yes! Trivia! Ah, yes. Okay. I'm going to ask you a baseball trivia question, and if you get it right, you will hear this. If you get it wrong, you will hear this. Okay. Does anybody want to guess? Okay. Does anybody want to guess? Who is in the top 5? We're going to go easy tonight. Top 5 on the all-time home runs list. Name me one player that's in the top 5 of the all-time home runs list. The ball, 2 strikes, in the 0-2 pitch. Line drive, sliced out to center for a base hit. And Pete Crow Armstrong plays it on a hop. And there's a leadoff single. Depends on the type of meat and the length of time to smoke. Got you. Come on, I only have 2 races left, says Angel Gonzalez. Good luck to you, my friend. Adolis Garcia. Bro. Oh, that is diabolical. Albert Pujols. Yes. Oh, that was funny. That was great. Barry Bonds. That's it. Hank Aaron. Hank the Tank Aaron. Yes. Willie Mays. Willie Mays is not in the top 5. Babe Ruth. Correct. Good stuff. Yep. Those are the top 5. Bonds, Aaron, Ruth, Pujols, and A-Rod. Yes, sir. Only 4 of them have over 700 home runs. 2-0 pitch, by the way, is taken for ball 3 to Al Burleson. 3 balls, no strikes. The 3-0 pitch. And that is taken for a called strike. 3-1 is the count. Dude, I just bursted out laughing when you said Adolis Garcia. 3-1, and that's outside for ball 4. So there's 2 base runners here in the bottom of the 8th inning, and the St. Louis Cardinals are trying to add on some more runs. Ugh, I need to stretch after this game is done. Ooh. Did we get to 100 yet? Did we get to 100 likes? Here's Mason Wynn, and there's strike 1. 94 likes, 6 more to go. First pitch is in there for strike 1 to win. Rawison gets set, rocks, fires, and it's down for a ball. Is Schwarber going to hit 500 career homers? I say yes, absolutely. I think Harper is also going to do it as well. People say no to that. I think he will. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bottom of the 8th. 2 runners on. The 1-1 pitch. Here it comes. That's chopped over to third. The tag to third. There's 1. The throw to first. That's a 5-3 double play. Great extension by Bush as well. And so 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. Somebody asked John Clark to get down to the airport to see if Garcia flew back with the team. Somebody asked John Clark. I'll slide into his DMs. 96, baby. 96. And if you add 600 more of those, that's the amount of home runs that Alex Rodriguez had during his career. 2 outs. The pitch. That's a pie for a ball. 1-0, we did it! Victor Scott is up to bat. 100! We got it! MVPs! Let's go. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. That's low for ball 2. Victor Scott II has really been just struggling this year, to say the least. This guy might actually be having a worse season than Garcia is, chat. He is 26 for 139 coming on into today. Next pitch, swing and a miss. You should do more St. Louis Cardinals games. Yeah, dude, we've done, let's look. How many games have we done for the Cardinals besides when they played the Phillies? We did the Cardinals versus the Mariners game a month ago. We did, when you guys were on Sunday Night Baseball, we did that game too. 2-2 pitch on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards deep center field. Crow Armstrong back towards the track. Has plenty of room and makes the grab. And we are going to go to the top of the 9th inning. Last chance for the Chicago Cubs. 5-1 St. Louis. So, yeah, this is our third Cardinals game. It's our third one. Yeah. We did it when they played against the Tigers on Sunday Night Baseball. We did it when they played against the Mariners. I believe that may have been Sunday Night Baseball as well. And now we're doing it again on Sunday Night Baseball. How are these guys still up in the big leagues, says Morty? I don't know. I don't know. That is a great question. Victor Scott last year had 34 stolen bases. Now, just imagine, chat, if this guy had 600 at-bats, if he could just get on base. It reminds me a little bit of Billy Hamilton. Do you guys remember Billy Hamilton? That guy was so quick, but he could just never get on base. But if Victor Scott can get on base, like, he's a 50 stolen base guy. He really is. He has 7 this season and 139 at-bats. Football season or baseball season, which one is better? Baseball season. Baseball all the way. I love my football. I really do. I love football season. Don't get me wrong. I like watching my Sixers. Baseball, by far, the best. The food at the ballpark is much better. Food at the ballpark is great. Going to the ballpark in general is great. It is. But football season, I mean, I like football season. Don't get me wrong. What's your favorite MLB stadium that you've been to, JJ? Well, I was just at Wrigley. I love Fenway. I've been to 5 different stadiums. Wrigley, Fenway, Nationals Park, Camden Yards. That's 4. And the bank. So that's 5. I've been to 5. So. Oh, man. You talking about Trey Law, but can't. But he can't get on, but if he could, it would be great. For sure. No, I was talking about Victor Scott. Victor Scott has 139 at-bats. He has 26 hits. He's batting 187. He would have like 50 steals if he could play every day. Just get on base. Trey, too, as well. The ball is 1 strike. Dobbins is still pitching. Dobbins might actually get a save. 0-2 is the count. And the pitch. And that is outside for a ball. Dobbins came on in. Yeah. This is a save situation for him, I believe. Oh, no, it's not, because it was not a safe situation when he came on in. It's not. 2-2 is the count, though, to Ian Happ. Top of the 9th. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 2-2 pitch. Low for ball 3. Dobbins surprisingly doing work. Yeah, he's been doing great. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The 3-2 pitch, here it comes. Swung on and missed, and there is out number 1. He gone. Shout out to Ken Harrelson. There's 1 away. I don't usually do that, but that was a moment where it just slipped out. Oh, man. So there's out number 1. And the pitch, there's a high drive hit out over to left field, slicing foul. And the count is 0-1. Top of the 9th, 5-1. No balls, 1 strike to Carson Kelly. And the 0-1 pitch. Line drive down the left field line. That is a foul ball. Just foul. Oh, 2 is the count. That ball almost hit the umpire. No balls, 2 strikes to Carson Kelly. Dobbins gets set, kicks, fires, and it's up high for a ball. You won $1,060? I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Out number 2. One more out to go. Michael Busch is up at the plate. And the pitch, that is a called strike. That's a slider taken right down the middle. Cardinals fans on their feet. Another sold-out crowd. 0-1. It's outside for a ball. Busch did single back in the 7th. The 1-1 pitch. Off the plate for ball 2. I'm still mad that I cracked my phone. I've never cracked my screen before. I'm so mad. 2-1 pitch. That's a called strike 2. It's a curveball at 79 miles per hour. And just like that, the Cubs are down to their final strike. Two balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch. Fouled away again. And Busch stays alive. He is 1 for 3. He's trying to get on here. Dobbins trying to put the Cubs to bed and take care of business and win the series for the Cardinals. The 2-2 pitch, here it comes. There's a ground ball hit out to right field for a base hit. It just got through the 4-3 hole, and Michael Busch is going to pass the baton on to the next batter, which will be Alcantara coming on up to the plate. I don't know why I lost my spot in my scorebook. That's not good. So the game will continue. Conforto is actually going to come on up. I forgot that he actually pinched hit for Alcantara earlier. He's 1 for 1. He ended up doubling his first time up. First pitch, foul ball. And out of play. .57 pitches. A runner over at first. Conforto in the box. The 0-1, it's down and inside for ball 1. And Busch will advance over to second on the indifference. One ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch, and that's called strike 2. And for the second time, the Cubs are down to their final strike. No ABS challenges left for either team. There we go. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Conforto back in the box. Busch at second. The 1-2 pitch on the way. That is lined foul towards the right side. On deck is Swanson. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 1-2 pitch on the way. There's a fly ball. This one's hit out over towards deep right center field. That is going to go back towards the track. Scott's there. He'll make the catch in front of the Bank of America sign. And the ball game is over. The St. Louis Cardinals take care of business, and they win 2 of 3 against the Chicago Cubs, and they're able to take the series against the Cubbies, and they win by a final score of 5-1. Let's go! The Cardinals get themselves another W, and that's their 32nd win of the season. And taking a look at the standings, they are now a half a game above the Cubs. Boy, oh boy. Sayonara, Chicago. That was fun. Yeah, so just a little quick wrap-up really quickly. Liberatore ended up getting the win. Gotta tell you, he pitched really well today. I thought that he looked like he was really attacking the strike zone. He went 5 1/3. This is a guy who doesn't really get a lot of swing and miss stuff, but he's the type of pitcher where when his command is on and he's painting those edges and guys are just, behind in the pitch count, he can really make you work. He's a ground ball type of a pitcher, and I really thought that the Cubs today were just really off balance against him. I also thought that the Chicago Cubs had plenty of chances to try to get back in this game. I mean, specifically in the 7th inning, like you have runners over at 2nd and 3rd after Conforto gets on with that double. I was shocked that they just left that many runners in scoring position. They were 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position. Now, the Cardinals were not much better, right? Okay, they were 3 for 13. They put up all 5 of their runs in the first 3 innings, 2 in the first and 3 in the third. But the Cubs had plenty of chances. And the Cardinals, they deserve a lot of credit. Dobbins and Liberatore did their job today. And the fact that they, were able to come out there and fire out of the gates, and the Cardinals really didn't have to use a lot of their bullpen pieces, that's a big win for Ollie Marmol. He'll definitely take that for sure. But the Cubs, obviously, it was a bullpen game for them. They really struggle in these bullpen games, and Wicks and Roberts blew it. Thornton did fine. Maton and Rollison did fine. But those two guys just really did not have their stuff. And it was a shame because that was really the difference of the game. So, yeah, a tough loss for the Chicago Cubs as they just continued to slide. And they're now 4 games above 500 now. The Cardinals are now 6 games over 500. Sorry, the Cubs are now 3 games over 500, not 4. And the Cardinals are now 6 games above 500, 32-26. The next matchup for the St. Louis Cardinals, by the way, as we take a look at the schedule ahead, they will actually face the Texas Rangers tomorrow. They play them at Jacob deGrom. And then on Tuesday at 7:45, you got Dustin May facing Nate Eovaldi at 7:45. And on Wednesday, to wrap up the series, it will be Andres Palante, who's facing Mackenzie Gore. All those games are at 7:45 p.m. Eastern time, by the way. Just wanted to make sure that I mentioned that. The Chicago Cubs, on the other hand, the Cubs tomorrow, they are off. And then they are back in Chicago. They play against the Athletics on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Jamison Tyone is facing Gage Jump on Tuesday night. And then Jeffrey Springs has to face Colin Ray on Wednesday, and Shota Imanaga is going to be pitching on Thursday. So he will be facing the Athletics. The A's have still not announced who they're going to throw out there on Thursday night. But that is going to wrap it up for me. One word to describe this game would be what? Let me know down below. All right, I love you all very, very much. Lila Tove, have a great rest of your night. Again, be on the lookout for the schedule. I will post it tomorrow. And then I will catch you all later on in the week. Tuesday is when we're doing the Phillies game. We'll see you on for that. They take on the San Diego Padres. Phillies loves his Cardinals. That's the one word that he would use to describe that game. Good stuff. All right. Good night, Lila Tove. I will catch you all on the next one. Peace out.